114,803. But the Electoral Commission indicated that they reassess hotspots or flashpoints with the security agencies, and they have decided to double the presence of security in some of the polling centers. And for that matter, the number has increased to 127,394. We have the previous list, but they have assured us that the final list will be given to the political parties.
They have said it, we haven't gotten the list. They have asked us to bring our hard drive to copy for us, then we'll examine it. But there is a difference between what they have given us already and what the new one they gave today and the new additions. There's a difference of about 13,000 round up. We are still going to analyze it because we haven't gotten the remaining 12,000 plus that have been added. We don't have the details. So we're now going to have the details, which they have access to bring our hard drive, and we have done for them to copy for us. Then we will be able to examine it together, because you see, you must look at the voters register in a holistic manner. Proxy voters, where do they come from? So you check it from the absentee voters list. Transfer voters, where do they come from? They must be voting at somewhere and have transfer. So you do both linkages and comparison to be able to trace and track where every voter belongs to ensure yourself that he has been removed.
That's Peter McMahon there. We've been joined on the telephone by Eric Kofi-Jakpaso. He's the head of communications at the Electoral Commission. Mr. Jakpaso, I thank you very much for your time this evening. What's the original special voting list now that we have 127,000? What accounted for that 12,000 difference, which the political parties are not too clear about?
Thank you very much, and good evening to our listeners. Of course, they were not too clear about it, but after the IPAC meetings discussion today, I'm very sure, and I know they are all clear about it now.
But then you've asked them to.
We had an earlier figure of about 114,813 people on the special voters list. But the police have identified about 5,000 flashpoints, and then strategically they realized that there was a need to deploy more personnel to these hotspots. And also, we also had a backlog of our election officials whose names were not submitted on time because we were still going through the recruitment and selection process as at the time that the mandatory period for the submission of names had expired. So as to not to disenfranchise these strategic people, we're talking about the security personnel whose presence is very necessary at the centers to ensure the security of the polls, and then our election officials who must work, and most of them would be working outside their polling station. There was a need to accommodate the extra numbers so that they could have the chance to vote on a special voting day and be free on election day to work. So, in fact, we have to take into consideration the letter and then the spirit of the law, and then we decided on the spirit that the spirit could make us accommodate these extra strategic workers. So the number shot up from 114,813 to about 127,349.
Right, but this 12,000 difference, when are you going to make that list available to the political parties? We have 11 days more to go for the selection.
Yeah, we told them, as at the time we met at the IPAC and then gave out these figures, we told them that the list was ready. And all that they needed to do was to bring their external hard drives, and then we'll upload the extra supplementary list onto it for them.
Okay, but there was this problem about the definition of overvoting, and the NDC as a commission, and that you're going to take a final decision about that. Is that the case?
No. There was no doubt about the definition of overvoting. The definition was clear. We had a lot of discussion on the procedures and the consequences of having overvoting. In quote, we all understood that overvoting would occur if the ballot issued in the box, the ballot papers in the ballot box is more than the number of people verified biometrically and manually. So that whenever you found out there's excess ballot over the number of people verified, we're talking about overvoting. But then, to resolve it, there are laid down procedures where you must go back and audit the ballot papers, sort them one after the other, and find out whether indeed all the excess ballots are coming from that very polling station.
Okay.
We agreed on the procedures for the resolution of the overvoting, but the issue which came up for discussion was what should be done. Should there be overvoting? Whether the votes at that polling station should be nullified and rerun, or it can be put on hold whilst we look at the overall total. So there was a lot of discussion on this, and a lot of ideas came back. We're here to build some consensus whether the ballot at that polling station will be rerun, or we'll have to take it as it is, depending on its impact on the results at the end of the day.
Okay, Mr. Jakwaso, thank you very much for your time. I'll be engaging with you a lot more as 11 days ahead of election 2016 here at your Election Command Center. Remember, for more election-related stories, visit our news website, 3news.com. And you can also click on the Election 2016 bar at the top of 3news.com. And also you can send us some feedback on that particular page as well. And if there's some more information for us, so we can get through directly to us through that website.